We'll start with a general introduction, so you'll take up to 2 minutes to introduce yourself and the position you're running for. In your response, try to talk about what's your platform and why you want to run.
All right. Hi, my name's Tyler Vu. I am a mechanical and aerospace engineering major with an econ minor on the pre-law track, and I am running for Chief Judicial Officer. I've been in USG for 2 years as a College of Arts and Sciences rep, a College of Engineering rep, and a secretary. During my time with being the secretary, I've worked very closely with our current Chief Judicial Officer, and we look over the Constitution, the bylaws, just make sure that everything's together. We work on attendance together, and so I know all of that like it's the back of my hand, so I feel like working as CJO would be good for me. Additionally, during my time as secretary, I have redone the PA drive 5 times. I finally got it to work this last week, I want to say, and I have gotten minutes out much earlier than they have been ever submitted before. So I feel like as CJO, I already understand the position requirements since I've worked with them. Thank you.
And then for these questions, you'll have up to 45 seconds to talk. So first, historically, there's been an issue with active participation among representatives and other members of USG. How do you plan to hold members accountable for participation in committee initiatives and larger USG initiatives? And how strictly will members be held to meet the standards stated in the Constitution?
Okay. I think that one issue that we have a huge problem with is that we don't keep attendance in like other subcommittee meetings, such as academic affairs and finance, and I don't think we have in a very long time. So one thing that I would want to talk to exec about is having them keep better attendance of their subcommittee meetings. And then additionally, on top of that, what was the question again?
How strictly will members be held to meet the standards stated in the Constitution?
I plan on hearing members out. I believe that each member gets 2 chances before a J-boarding unless there are other extenuating circumstances, but this is something that I would talk to the J-board committee about.
Thanks. Okay. Previously, having served as secretary, what challenges do you foresee in this new role?
I think both positions have their own challenges. As secretary, I had to do a lot of the internal organization stuff. I had to work on minutes, fix the PA drive, work internally with all of the GA members, and talk with administration on organizing meetings with exec. And pretty much everything that I've done as secretary will transfer over to CJO, since the secretary and the CJO work so closely together with attendance and all the other situations. I think the hardest thing about CJO is J-boarding. I think it'll be hard for me to J-board someone, but at the end of the day, if it has to be done, then it will be done.
Many times this year, USG has been unable to meet a basic quorum. How would you, as the CJO, attempt to change that so that representatives are more engaged?
First of all, I think the new representatives that are coming in, it'll be kind of a fresh start because not almost everyone, but many of the new representatives coming in, they're going to have a fresh view on USG, not tainted by anything in the past whatsoever. So I think they'll be very excited to be a part of it. And then as CJO, I plan on being very open and understanding. If they have any extenuating circumstances, I will be open and honest about like what they should do and what USG will do going forward. And yeah.
Thanks. And then lastly, can you give an overall summary reason for why the student body should vote for you?
I think the student body should vote for me. I've been in USG for the last 2 years now. I worked super hard in my 4 months as secretary. There was a lot to fix from prior, there was a lot to fix in the past. That's what I'll say. And yeah, I think that I have the experience to work with CJO to work as CJO, and I think I'm ready to work as CJO, work with IDC, and work with Secretary and the Judicial Committee.